Might not be able to save the world, but you're damn sure we're going to avenge it. Don't judge me. I'm losing weight tomorrow. Welcome, guys, to Think About It Reviews, and it's late at night, but it's time to spoiler the shit out of Age of Ultron. The Avengers Age of Ultron, that is. Now, listen, I'm assuming you saw the movie, so I'm just going to talk about just the main topics that I felt like, I liked, I disliked, and just, overall, just the whole movie, just not in order, just what I've, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the NFL draft was today, and I missed that to see this movie. Worth it. It was worth it, I gotta say. Gotta say, too, the humor in this was great. I know you guys loved, towards the end, how basically Tony and Cap were talking about how, okay, so if you were to put a hammer in the elevator and it went up and down, does that mean the elevator is worthy of, the hammer? It's so funny. Absolutely love, too, how Vision just pretty much just picks that shit up like nothing. And love how they introduced the Vision, gotta say. They introduced the Vision, he does a little monologue, and then everybody's like, oh, we trust you. And he just takes the hammer, he's like, here, Thor. Boom. Mic drop. You know what? That's all I need to see was him pick up the hammer. I trust this guy 100% now. Oh, I do not like how pretty much Tony Stark does not have Jarvis as his AI or his intelligence or helping him out anymore. It's Veronica. Don't like it. Well, anyway, so let's get to the love story. Was anybody, after watching Jurassic World and that line that Chris Pratt says, they want to feed, they want to hunt, and then, they want to. That was me the whole movie, looking at my friend like, when is Banner gonna, when is he gonna do it? When is he gonna do it? You see Elizabeth Olsen? That was a Banner. Come on, Banner. Just right in there. But, the relationship between Mark Ruffalo and Scarlett Johansson, or Bruce Banner and Natasha, that was interesting. I didn't know if I was going to like it. Oh, if you noticed, I found the glasses. I found my 3D glasses. Fuck you, 3D. But yeah, I was just, thinking like, do I like this? Am I okay with this? Am I okay with these two hooking up? It's different. But do they have chemistry? And I could say yes and no. Like sometimes it was it felt a little bit forced. And sometimes it felt like, I could see it. The relationship, it was funny how basically, Black Widow and Hulk were doing the little Rise of Planet of the Apes thing, or Koba, like, Koba good. Doing that little thing that they do that's never been established before. They're just, been, I guess, doing it for a while, where, Hulk calms his ass down. So basically, Scarlett Johansson wears the pants in the whole relationship, or Natasha wears the pants. It was, my thoughts on that relationship, it's all right. It's fine. It's different. I would like to see it grow a little bit more. And I think they are moving towards that. Or they might go Scarlet, Black Widow and Winter Soldier. Who knows? Who knows at this point? Just, come on, Banner. Just right in there. Was that fucked up, though, knowing that, I'm going to call it Black Widow because I like Black Widow. Black Widow and Natasha basically can't have kids. That's jacked up. We get the ballerina scene. We get, that whole idea. If you watch Agent Carter, you get why her flashbacks are what they are. So her telling Banner that, and that's checked up, right? That's pretty checked up. Whoa, out of nowhere, fucking Ray Charles. You didn't know. Wait, that's a bad thing. If I say Ray Charles didn't see that coming, that doesn't make sense. Well, anyway, Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye, man, he has a family. That was out of nowhere. That was great, though. I actually really enjoyed that. That Hawkeye had a family. That was great. I thought, why not? They go. That's what that house was. That was his house. He's the man of the house. He has 2 kids and 1 on the way. So great stuff. And I like how he calls Natasha Natty or Nat. You know, she pretty much is the aunt, so to speak, of these kids. So that's great. I love that. I thought that was heartwarming. Let's get into Hulk versus Hulkbuster. Man, this thing was awesome. I didn't expect it to happen right in the fucking very beginning, but it was awesome. I absolutely love the comedy in here. I thought they did a little bit too much, but I do love the comedy that was in here. I loved how Tony had Hulk right on the ground. He's just like, bah, 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 with his little Hulkbuster. I liked how basically every time something got destroyed, he was able to have that little satellite kind of looking little Hulk thing, just all the stuff material come and fix it all up or make him a new arm, Veronica. So great stuff. I absolutely enjoyed that. I thought that was great. The fight was epic. Batman and Superman, you have a lot to you gotta top that, buddy. You gotta top that. I think Star Wars can. No, Batman v Superman. You got a lot to top, buddy. That was great. That was great. Just watch it. You'll enjoy it. You'll love it. Let's move on here. Let's see. Nick Fury making a cameo. Pretty cool. You know Nick Fury's gonna go in there. I love how Falcon makes a cameo. Falcon's my boy, man. Falcon's a badass. Can't wait to see him in Civil War. Hope he gets a lot more to do. War Machine. Like I said, my thoughts on Don Cheadle. Don't like him as War Machine, but it was nice to see him being involved. I would have liked more teamwork, a little bit more combos at the very end with him and Tony. I'd love to see Pepper in here a little bit. I love that little joke they had with Tony and Thor, and Thor's like, oh, Jane's better. Surprised me to see the Black Panther. I was like, what the hell? We're at Wakanda. Where's the Black Panther? Where is he? Overall, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Quicksilver's death. Did not care. Didn't really care. Didn't feel anything for it. They didn't really. It was a disappointment how they handled these two characters. They were a plot device. I didn't really feel for them. You hear them talking about their backstory, this and that. But overall, it was, I felt like I wasn't attached to them at all. I thought Scarlet Witch would have been more of a badass. I thought they could have used Quicksilver's speed with a little bit better. I thought, come on, Whedon. I thought you were going to be better than that. I think X-Men Days of Future Past really kicked your guys' ass when it came to Quicksilver and how the use of him. I thought that was a better Quicksilver. But this Quicksilver is not too bad. But we just didn't get a lot out of him or his character. The accents that Elizabeth Olsen and him do, I could live without, honestly. But yeah, I mean, these two, like I said in my last review, these two did not need to be in here. Let's go on to Ultron. Biggest disappointment was Ultron, man. I mean, you had the voice, you had the look, you had the menace, but this dude was a kid. And I get it, he's an AI and, he's confused and all that shit, and he's Pinocchio. But it just, come on, can we get a villain that we could take seriously? He could be that way, have that kind of personality, I guess. But when he's not really doing too much damage, you think he's doing damage, but he didn't kill any Avenger in this movie. He did not. Who? Quicksilver? Quicksilver? Nah, that's all right. Quicksilver pretty much suicide himself. So, Ultron was definitely a big disappointment in my eyes. I wish he was just handled better with care. I thought the Vision was handled so much better. Would have been nice to see the Vision a little bit more in this film, but what are you going to do? The Mind Gem. Everything being set up for Infinity Wars. Okay. I just can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, honestly. Or Civil War. What else can we talk about here? I mean, yeah, Ultron just... God damn it, Ultron. I had my money on you. I had my money on you to be something better than what I got in this film, honestly. And the bots when they felt like the prequels to Star Wars, where they were like butter. Like they could just be taken apart. There was no real threat to it. I never felt like any of these Avengers were going to die. The only one I really kind of felt was maybe Hawkeye, but I already knew that he was going to be in Civil War unless it was going to be a flashback. I put my money on Black Widow biting the dust. Did not happen. The only one that bit the dust was Quicksilver, and we don't even really know this character or be invested in this character to really care. So that was a big disappointment as well. People who shined: Captain America shined, Tony Stark shined, Black Widow definitely shined, Jeremy Renner definitely shined, but Thor got a seat back, man. His role seems to be diminished until this upcoming Thor film, Ragnarok. Great cameos by Idris Elba, by the way. Great stuff. Idris Elba, and then Artwell. Great stuff. Thor seemed like he wasn't very much in it. Hulk did not seem like Hulk got his ass kicked by Tony. He didn't get his ass kicked, but he lost to the Hulkbuster. I was a little disappointed on that. I didn't think he should have lost to the Hulkbuster, even though Tony was, like, oh shit, through the whole time. He was shit in his pants, honestly. But overall, it was. I had fun with the film. Just because I'm nitpicking it, just because I don't want to say nitpicking. These are really stuff that really need to consider here. I mean, it wasn't as, I guess, it just wasn't as solid as I wanted it to be. But I did have fun. I did like the action sequences were awesome. Cameos were cool. The down-to-earth feel to it when these characters were together was awesome. I mean, what more? They went bigger, and I think they did accomplish that. I just wish the villain was a little bit more menacing, a little bit more of a threat, honestly. Somewhat of it could have been, we could have cut a little bit down. Man, it would have been nice to have that Peter Parker, Spider-Man type cameo at the very end of the end credits. A little bit disappointed on that, but it is what it is. Thanos being, that little mid-cred scene was pretty cool, like that. Not too bad. I mean, it's just really setting up for future things to come. Love the tension between Cap and Iron Man, setting up for their movie, especially Thor, and having those flashbacks with Idris Elba and stuff, setting up for Ragnarok, and we all know Loki. Hulk, where do they go from Hulk? Hulk just leaves. What the fuck, Hulk? At least go to space. The new Avengers team, don't like it. Honestly, don't like it. I like Falcon. I do like War Machine, just not Don Cheadle. I like Scarlet Witch somewhat. I just wish he was more of a badass. The Vision was cool, but it doesn't feel like it seems like it's definitely a below Avengers team. I would love Wolverine to be in here. Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man's going to bring a lot to this, guys. I think he's going to bring after you watch this film, you're going to feel tired like I am right now because I want to pass out and go to sleep. But you're going to feel like, we're getting so much superhero stuff coming and keep coming and hitting us. I think, with Marvel, what's great about them is they're going to have a lot of different, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, and all this. But I think Spider-Man definitely is a name that people want to see, and I think it will just lift this Marvel brand even higher. So great stuff. Highly recommend you watch this. Let me know your thoughts. We can discuss more of the movie. I only got 15 minutes here, so I'm winding down. Discuss more about what occurred in this film. Really enjoyed it. Like I said, really had a lot of fun. They had problems, but I had fun. Thank you guys for listening. And like I said, grab a tick, grab a seat, make sure you get a seat, and enjoy some good popcorn to eat. See you at the cinema. And subscribe, like, let's talk Avengers. Spoiler discussion all day down below.